Hello everyone! First things first, disclaimer. I am not an expert on Wicca and paganism, and if I've made a mistake with the information that I put forward in this video, then please feel free to politely correct me. I am also not trying to preach or to convert you. I'm making this video in response to a question that I'm asked fairly frequently, and I wanted to put forward some of the basic information of Wicca for those that want to know it. If you don't want to be a Wiccan but you just wanted some more information, then I respect that, and I ask that you respect that I don't want to change my faith either. Okay, on to the fun bit. I am a Wiccan, and I have been since I was 13 years old, and often when I tell people that, they have quite a lot of questions because it's not a faith that we learn a lot about in school unless we research it on our own independently. The most common question I'm asked in relation to Wicca and paganism is, so what do you actually believe? And that is a rather difficult question to answer because Wicca is rooted in individuality and free will, and as a result there are hundreds, if not thousands, of different interpretations of Wicca, and I don't want to pass off my own personal beliefs and opinions as those of every single Wiccan out there. Many other faiths have a holy book. For example, Christianity has the Bible, Islam has the Quran, and Judaism has the Torah. And this means that those religions' core beliefs are relatively easy to find out. There is no holy book in Wicca. This is a reflection of the Wiccan ideal of free will, because we aren't given any strict rules to follow, and we're not told anything about God and the creation of the universe that we are expected to believe without question. There are no commandments, there's no stories we're told that are presented as factual, but we do have the Wiccan rede, which is a sort of poem that's actually quite beautiful, and that sort of sets out the guidelines for how Wiccans should want to live their lives. The main major thing that people take away from the Wiccan rede is in the final few lines, which says, "These 8 words the rede fulfill, and ye harm none, do what ye will." And what that means is that you can pretty much do whatever you want so long as you are not hurting anyone. You're not allowed to murder, torture, bully or abuse people, but if you're a decent human being, you don't need a spiritual text to tell you that. And you should also take care of yourself as well. As long as your actions aren't directly causing harm and suffering to people, yourself included, you are allowed to exercise free will and make your own choices about how to live your life. The majority of the rest of the Wiccan rede can be related to nature, with references to plants, to the moon, and all other sorts of natural things. This reflects on the more ancient roots of Wicca, which comes from Anglo-Saxon and Celtic paganism. This predated Christianity, and the reliance on natural things probably came from the way of living at the time. Food and water came from the natural world, and so did materials for building shelters and tools and weapons, and materials for creating clothes and armour and blankets. Everything that people needed to survive was right there in nature, so it's no surprise that people were so reverent towards it. The remainder of the Wiccan rede references gods and goddesses, and this is where it can get ever so slightly complicated, because there are lots and lots of different opinions about gods and goddesses in Wicca. Some of us are monotheistic, which means that we believe in one divine being. Some of us are duotheistic, which means that we believe in 2 divine beings. And some of us are polytheistic, which means that we believe in lots and lots and lots of different divine beings. The one that most of us can agree on is the goddess. In Wicca, she is typically represented as a triple goddess and has the faces of maiden, mother and crone. This reflects the waxing, full and waning moon, and is celebratory of women and femininity in all life stages. The connection between women and the moon most likely comes from the lunar cycle, which takes 28 days to complete, and the menstrual cycle, which on average takes 28 days to complete as well. In Wicca, the goddess is representative of fertility and nurturing and caring. Wiccans who believe in more than one divine being most likely believe in the horned god, who is believed to be the consort to the triple goddess and is connected to the sun. In imagery, this god is presented with horns or antlers, and the two horns or antlers are representative of a dual nature. The god is representative of two different aspects, be it night and day, light and dark, summer and winter, and so on. In common beliefs, the god is representative of nature, wildness, and the life cycle. Polytheistic Wiccans believe in lots of different gods and goddesses. This is similar to Roman and Greek faiths, as well as Hinduism and some branches of Buddhism, and countless other polytheistic faiths. Some examples of Wiccan gods and goddesses include Brigid, the Celtic goddess of fertility and healing, Rhiannon, Celtic goddess of hunting and strength, Thoth, an Egyptian god of magic and wisdom, and Odin, a Norse god who is connected to poetry and inspiration as well as battle and prophecy. There are countless other gods and goddesses that Wiccans worship and call on, and I'd really encourage you to do some Googling if you want to find out more. Several polytheistic Wiccans believe that all of these gods and goddesses are different individuals, and other polytheistic Wiccans believe that these gods and goddesses are all different aspects of the same divine being. And some Wiccans don't believe in any specific gods and goddesses at all, which is why the question of what do Wiccans believe can be so hard to answer concisely. One thing Wiccans do not believe in is the devil or Satan. Wicca and paganism are often mistaken for Satanism and devil worshipping, and in fact they are not the same thing, and if you do your research you'll find out that even Satanism and devil worshipping are completely different. So most Wiccans do not believe in hell, but many do believe in a version of heaven that is often called the Summerland. As in most religions with a concept of heaven, the Summerland is just portrayed as an idealistic place, although of course every individual has a different opinion about the afterlife. So the answer to the question, what do Wiccans believe, is both simple and complicated. It varies. Wicca places a lot of emphasis on free will and free thought, and as a result, every Wiccan seems to have a different opinion about something. Because of this, it can be fascinating to research and learn about, so if you are interested in finding out more, then I'll leave some links in the description for places you can go to get some more information. Other than that, I hope you found this video interesting, and if you did, then please be sure to leave the video a like. And if you have anything to say, then please feel free to leave a comment, keeping it as respectful as possible. And if you would like to see some more of my content, then please press the subscribe button and click the little bell icon so that you receive notifications every single time that I upload a video. I think that's everything that I wanted to say in this video, so thank you so much for watching and goodbye! Please be louder right outside my door.